All right. Hey, everybody. I'm back again. It's been a little bit over a week now since I've done the last update. Haven't done a huge amount. Been a bit under the weather last week. Not COVID, but just something that I ate came back to haunt me for several days now. But I did manage to get down there today and get a little painting done. Where we're at right now with this is we have the I got the second curb layer, the 1/8 inch layer of hardboard on, and that's been fastened down. I used wood glue. I'll show you the brand name in a minute so you can use it if you need it. It seems to work pretty good. I've done a lot of different methods of gluing the panels down, and Mod Podge, which is kind of expensive, scenic glue, which is really expensive. But now that I'm gluing down these great big panels, I was going to go with like a panel adhesive, but I didn't have any on hand, and I didn't feel like going to the hardware store, and I did have a big bottle of this Tight Bond, so I figured, well, let's go for that. So basically what I did is before I glued it down, I drilled the holes, the access holes for the electrical that are going to be going through the building. These are bigger holes, and if I did this after I glued the top down, what would happen is the bit would force the sawdust in between the layers, and it would mound up. And I have had that happen with the motel section, where it's a little bit mounded up. If you looked at it in person, you could tell, if I pointed it out to you, there was a little bit of a tilt to the back of it, and that's because of that. So what I did this time is I clamped them down, I drilled the holes, picked up this top piece, cleaned all the debris out from between the boards, and then glued it down, threw clamps on it and weights for a day. It says you only have to do it for like a couple hours, but or 30 minutes clamping timer, I think it says on the bottle, but let it overnight. I put in the bumper strips here, the center line strips, or the center curb strips here. The vinyl will get glued down for the road here. And I can drill the holes. With the smaller bits, it doesn't push the, especially if you're not using a wood or a spade bit, you're just drilling a hole through it. It'll drill a pretty clean hole through, so you don't really have to worry about that, because I'm going to still line up all the traffic lights, all the street lights. Got to get drilled, which is going to be the next step after this. Now I could have done the before. I could have drilled the holes. I don't think it really matters much either way. I might have to touch up a little bit, but it's not a big deal. The gray, I decided to go again with the Hippo gray, like I did with the rest of the diorama so far, even though concrete really is a lot more beige, especially aged concrete has a lot more beige in it than gray. So I may revisit that in the future and just paint it all with a matching color of aged concrete. But the gray will do for a base coat for now. I laid the gray down around where I'd put buildings. I painted the sidewalk. This is the first for me doing a sidewalk. What I did to get the sidewalk was I took the back end of the blade, the back part like this, and drug it and scribed lines in the surface here. And I really wasn't sure how the lines would fare. I ran my Sureform over there to get the big bits off, and then I sanded it down, which takes some of the sheen off of this, which helps. And I use a Hippo gray paint. It's called Hippo gray. Like I said, it's kind of concretey. I mean, it would be like real fresh concrete, I would guess, but it's what I did on the first dioramas and just for now. But I got the feeling in the future that will change, because I do want to make it more detailed. Then I did a strip around where the buildings are going to sit, so that there's a little bit of a transition there, in case that way you're not seeing the wood color poke through if there's, because this is going to get gravelled. This is going to be more concrete-y over here. Probably use gray vinyl for this. So that's basically where we're at right now. Just getting it together. The top is glued. Let me get back here. I'll show you what I used. So in case you're building your own and you want to follow along that way, I used the tight bond. You can get that anywhere pretty much. And ceramic coat. I think I got that at Hobby Lobby, but I think they sell that a lot of other places too. Delta Creative ceramic coat, which I find is a pretty good general purpose brand for what I do. Cleans up with water. It's pretty good stuff. So that's where we're at right now. Next step will be drilling for the lights and then we start the fun stuff, getting the lights in. Things will start picking up hopefully a little soon. Got a lot of yard work to do, get ready for spring, so don't expect a whole lot in the next couple weeks or so until I can get my garden in and everything, and then once I got time during the summer, I'll be kicking this back up again and going at it full bore, and hopefully you guys will be along for the ride. So like, subscribe, hit the little bell icon if you want to get notifications of new videos. I'm going to keep trying to pump them out once a week. Generally, probably like a Sunday is probably seems like the day I end up doing it, because I get most of, any work that I really do on it is done on Saturday and Sunday. So expect them usually around Sundays. Have a good one. Hopefully we'll see you next time.